setups for like a local LAN kind of thing we got going on.
Except for the super high stools that you have to play on some of these tables.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, it's really good.
Yeah, besides some of these sketchy stools, I mean, we got like a main stage thing going on. We got a huge jumbo-ass Microsoft screen with K-Mad's beautiful face and his curly locks on the stream here with his MLG shirt.
Curly locks.
Oh, those thick curly locks. I'm not going to touch him. He's about the game. I do want to touch him. They smell good? Oh, it smells good too. His curly locks definitely smell good. All right. I'm not going to touch him. He's about the game.
I got this tweet, bro.
Dude, I got to tweet it out too.
Got it.
Oh, I can't get my phone. There we go. I got to re-download
You not have Twitter on your phone.
I deleted it by accident, man.
Yo, he got the worst. I hate that spawn. Like, oh, wait, no, he spawned top of the base. I looked away for like a second. I think he dropped. That's rough. Like, the way you want to play this, I mean, I switched it up last second how I play this. I need to actually go back to the way I know how to play. But I guess there's two ways you can play this. Honestly, a lot of it's gonna have to do on where you spawn. You're always gonna have to improvise. Like, most people are going to spawn at green. Like, there's like, what, like 4, 5, 6 spawns at green.
Yeah.
And one in each bubble. Like, and you'll spawn there. Like, so many people will spawn there. You can actually camp green and get those kills that way as long as you're not getting shot across the map, which people tend to do in free-for-all. I always find it better to just not shoot kills that you know you're not going to get because you're just giving away to other people.
Now, what do you think about how I think of this? Like, okay, so let's say you're trailing second place, and you're not trailing by much, and maybe there's a gap in between you and everybody else. Just the guy that's in first place that you're trailing, shooting him in the body, even though you're not
him any chance you get. Yeah, you put him in the worst positions possible. Like, I mean, that's like the only exception.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't just see the guy you're losing to like across the map and just not shoot him. Like, I make it my priority to do that if I'm behind.
Even if like I really kind of have to go out of my way just to shoot him, as long as there's nothing like another opportunity around me to get a kill, I really try to go out of my way to just put a shot or two in him, even though like I'm not going to get the kill because you're just handicapping him in a sense.
I mean, what it comes down to is it's a mental thing. Like, basically, you shoot him across the map, he starts doing worse because he can't pick up kills or can't win his individual fights, and then they get down on themselves and actually just play worse. You actually go into that kind of
mental block
mood where or that part of the game where you're not picking up kills, you're just picking up assists after that because you can't kill people. You're always down shots.
Yeah.
And you have to always know, like, I mean, if you shoot at him too, you're not going to be the only one.
Yeah.
So. And being down shots in this game is it's so hard to recover with a 4 shot.
It's really critical. And I think the good thing of that, yes, this is a tournament. I think the good thing about having the 4 shot back, I don't know, to be honest, it wasn't that bad with the 5 shot. It really wasn't. But I just feel like the game, picks up a little faster paced.
I feel like they tried to be more like everybody else, like with Call of Duty, and like, I mean, the sprint thing, I mean, it's different. I mean, it's fine in Halo. Like, I'm all for no sprint, like. But you can't do that on maps like since you just came back. I don't know how familiar with the maps you are, like Dispatch and stuff. Like, they're very big maps.
Yeah, there's no way.
You can't play Dispatch without sprint unless you make the map smaller, remove the snipers, and up the movement speed anyway.
And then that would just be lame because then you're not gonna have to snipe. It'd be so much fun. It's always been fun in Halo.
I try actually not to sprint as much in free-for-all because, you get caught. But if you get caught out while you're sprinting, you're so almost fun. 99% of the time you're gonna get killed. Like, you can't do anything about it.
And that's the thing, like, you just mentioned it perfectly. Like, when you sit in a base, like he's doing right now, sitting in red. Yeah, I mean, there's really no point of you sprinting except like if you're gonna go jump on the little walls or something like that.
Yeah.
But you just have perfect positioning. And I think one of the biggest things that a lot of players have a problem with is focusing on something for too long. You have to know when to let go of something and just be like, okay, you know what? This isn't gonna fucking work. I gotta get to the other side.
Yeah.
Oh no, he has vibration on?
Oh, he needs to turn it on. He had it off.
Oh, no vibration. No bueno.
I take my rumble packs out of my controller. I can't stand vibration.
Yeah, normally I do too.
Like, I actually did this neat thing back in Halo.
Oh, look.
Oh, man.
It works. Hey, please don't tell me he's going to get a triple kill. Just because he turned... Oh, it's the overkill.
I don't know if that had to do with the vibration, but on top of that, like, some people, they aren't very aware without vibration. They can't tell which way, especially somebody that does and only has played vibration won't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you can tell where and like when you're getting shot at, and where from, you know, that what direction.
Yeah, I think it's also kind of a mental thing because I've always played without vibration.
Yeah.
And it's not that, you know, it's not that annoying that that it's on. It's just kind of like, it just throws me off because then I'm thinking about that rumbling. That was really nice. So
One thing I actually tried back in Halo 3 was, you remember Robbie Bizzle?
Yeah.
We had this neat idea. We both don't like Vibe, but we were curious to, like, you know, maybe it would help out a little bit. Where we played something called half Vibe, where you only put one rumble pack in your controller.
Huh.
I mean, he still does it. Like, I mean, I know he doesn't really play that much anymore or anything, but I mean, he always stayed with it.
One rumble pack?
Yeah, I couldn't. I took him out. Like, I like the controller being lighter, and I don't like vibration. I feel like it just gets in the way and distracts me. And I mean, after a long time, like, because having both rumble packs for me, it, like, you know, made my hands sweat or something, or it didn't really make my hands hurt, but
you know,
it just wasn't.
Have you seen my controller?
Not at all.
Like, okay,
Oh yeah, I saw that thumbstick of yours. Like,
it's so ghetto, dude. Well, like, I got it custom painted like a while ago, like in the Halo 3 days, and they're like, don't play with it for a week. And I was like, fuck you. I was like, I'm going to Columbus. I'm playing with it. So like the paint started to like corrode away.
That's weird. Like, you would think like when somebody gives you a controller, it should be done by the time it's like ready to use. You don't just give somebody a new painted controller and be like, okay, well, we didn't do the other half, which is waiting for everything to dry.
Yeah, so just don't play on it.
Yeah, or using a paint that it takes like a week for it to actually sit.
Yeah. And actually, ooh, that was nice shots by Kronic. Now, I haven't really been paying attention too much to who's in first place, but it's Zadias. Zadias is actually doing a pretty good job.
I've actually played against him a lot lately in online. Like, he's been wanting to play with us in free-for-alls. Like, I mean, before I started coming here, like, I mean, you got remember, I've only been to one other tournament than this one here, and like I didn't know any of these guys really.
Yeah.
Like, I know Kronic obviously from back in the day. I know which is my teammate actually. Any of these guys really. Yeah, everybody else here, like I didn't never.
Kind of new faces. Yeah, same here. Like when I came here, I was kind of expecting, you know, a lot of the same similar faces. You know, like Sage Madison, Gamepad, and stuff like that. But it's a lot of new faces, and that's something that I really like. I like seeing how, you know, the VA community is really starting to blossom and get a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you know, like I said before, DC Halo is a non-profit organization, but we're really looking to pick up the pace a ton and just really drive this and make this a huge event. And that's really what we want. Our ultimate goal is just to support Halo as much as possible, create as much content as we can, because that's a big thing, you know? Like, sometimes you go to Twitch TV and there's, like, nobody really streaming.
Yeah, nobody you want to watch, at least. Or they're streaming another Halo, Halo 4, and it's like, I don't want to watch this anyway. Like,
I don't want to watch Halo 3. I mean, it's interesting to watch, but I mean,
like,
Halo
the last thing I saw on Twitch was somebody, like, they've been actually getting a lot of viewers. They're streaming the finals from, like the Halo 2 Championship.
Oh, yeah, I've been watching that.
I mean, you're just kind of like, man, I should watch this and get some, like, nostalgia or something, like, be like, yeah, I missed that, but all it does is make you realize, like, that's not around anymore, and you're just like, dude, you don't need to watch it anyway.
And to touch subject kind of on Halo 4's standpoint, it's not I don't really want to say necessarily the game, but the thing is, you know, when MLG dropped Halo, we lost so many people.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't have been how it is. And the thing is, like, you have to realize all these other games that, you know, are in Major League Gaming, or, you know, like Call of Duty, how they're supported by their own company, is that, you know, they were there at that point. They had a grind to get to that point. We've kind of always been babied, you know? We've kind of been
where MLG started. MLG started with Halo, and that's where that was its flagship game. Actually, Call of Duty was in the same position that Halo's in now, where MLG dropped Call of Duty this was a while ago, like, and it was Halo in there, and AGL or UMG, I don't actually know what all the tournament's names were, but like they were hosting for Call of Duty, and just the community, you know, they lost people and they got people back. Obviously, they kept their, you know, a lot of like pros, like like Optic, especially, they're like the fan favorite of Call of Duty. Like, I mean, you have all those players, and I mean, they stay, but you know, you got to rebuild that community. And actually, now look at where they're at now. Like, they're back on MLG circuit with
making huge money.
And like Treyarch is, you know, behind them obviously, and they had that like what, that $1 million tournament or whatever it was, or I don't know.
I think it was $1 million.
It was crazy.
And that's the cool thing, like, I feel honestly that 343 is starting to take the measures to get back to where we were.
Definitely. I've actually been told, I have a friend, Giggle Monster, who's actually worked with AGL. Like, I mean, there's not much I'm going to say about it, but he said that they definitely know like the makers of the game, like they definitely know where they're taking Halo 5 for competitive Halo 5 at least. Like they know what they're doing.
You're gonna tell me this later, right?
Maybe.
You're gonna let me in on the secret?
I actually don't know that much about it, but he likes to, share things, and I mean, I respect that, the privacy or whatever, like that he does. I mean, obviously there's more to it, but like all he said was like they know 100% what they're doing, and I actually can't wait for that.
Yeah, I really can't wait for Halo 5, and I don't feel like I have to hold off for that game anymore. I mean, they just put in the 4-shot,
which made the game so much better.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're coming out with the pit. Oh my God! Tell me how excited you are for that.
Actually, very. It's one of my favorite maps. And the thing is that the only change that they've actually really talked about is that it's where a runway is, like where the custom
on the lift.
Yeah, they put a lift. Like there was this area in runway where like if you were to go down towards OS or custom and run straight against the back wall, like that's where the lift is. It lifts up into sword now, which I think is actually. I actually think it's better, yeah.
I think it adds a new element.
It makes it so people can't just, you have that kid with sniper sitting at sword the whole game, and it's hard to get him out unless you flood him with nades. Like now.
But he also has an escape route too. You know, inside of the sword room, how he has that. There's like a drop hole where he can drop down. So it's definitely going to add a new element to the game, which I'm extremely excited to see in gameplay and tournament play. I kind of watched the 343 stream a little bit, but I just was too busy and I didn't get to see the pit actually in play. But it's definitely going to be fun to see some of the top competitors play on that and see how they utilize it in their competitive play.
Yeah, like I disagree with what you said about the Halo when this game with the 5-shot. Like it was all right, but it like DMRs being the dominant weapon and stuff. Like game types like Solid Flag used to be in there. And I mean, you think like you get 4 dead and you can run flag and cap it, like it should be a cap, but like with the DMR, 2 people spawn and can light you up across map and you just die like within 2 seconds. Like it's ridiculous.
That's what I didn't really like about the DMR. I mean, it was okay in Reach, I could live with it, but that was the way Reach was built.
I hate Reach so much. It's so boring, and it was like everybody was good at it. The skill gap was almost non-existent.
Yeah, that is true.
It's almost like that in this game, but having a 6-shot is going to give you an advantage, obviously, as it always has, but it was harder to miss in Reach.
Yeah, a lot harder. Oh, he has got slow jump, but he
got him anyway.
So right now we're looking at K-Mad. He's actually in second, trailing behind by 3 kills, and I'm looking for Kronic, and I don't think he's actually.
He's actually doing pretty well. He's usually it's weird. Like he has this thing where he doesn't consistent on like at the last tournament I noticed in online playing. He either has a strong start and kind of slows down, or he has a slow start and steps stuff up like.
I think that was my problem last game. I think that...
Your problem is you haven't played enough.
Yeah, that's true.
You probably hardly know this map.
Yeah.
One thing you don't want to do when you're getting used to the map is don't compare it to midship. Don't play it like midship.
I tried to a little bit.
Yeah, everybody did at first. I mean, the way you want to play the free-for-all, I mentioned there's like 2 ways I see like that actually work playing this game type in free-for-all at least. I mean, you want to you can be up at gold. Gold is really good because you can set rules of thumb for yourself. Like you said, top gold, you'll pick up a lot of kills through the windows of the bases from top gold. And people spawn on each side of you at gold. Sometimes you get that guy that spawns under gold and he's kind of a jerk and walks around trying to get you to look down at him. But I mean, the second he starts walking out, you can clean him up really easily. You'll find a lot of people at 1-shot at green and you can actually pick them off across the map.
And it actually looks like K-Mad is going to make a comeback here. He's going to take out Zadias to tie the game up. That was an extremely important kill.
That was actually sick, very, very important play he needed to make right there. He's going green like that.
You know what I've kind of noticed about FFA? I don't know if you've had this experience, but when let's say I'm in second place or if I'm in first place, the guy in second or first, vice versa, is always like spawns near me or I spawn near them. It's always in that.
That's
it's really weird.
It seems like that, but I think what it comes down to is because you're both, when you're ahead like that, it's okay to trade. I kind of set this thing for myself where I try to get, I mean, I've been doing it since Halo 2, like try to get at least 2 kills before I die. So 2 kills for each death is really good. At the end of the game, you'll be doubling your stats, and I mean, you're going to be doing well. You obviously don't want to shoot everything because when you have the most assists, usually doesn't do well. But yeah, like that, I think it has a lot to do with him. They kind of start playing chaotic a lot in free-for-all, more than it already is for them. Most people, like I've been, ever since I started playing, like free-for-all has been my favorite game type. I've always been pretty good at free-for-all.
That's what I started out on. I think that was the first thing I actually played. Oh, he's going to give him a slam dunk.
The person who taught me how to play Halo was actually very, very good at Halo. It's in free-for-all, especially his timeliest brute.
Yeah, dude, he was so sick. You know who taught me?
Who?
Liking and Dark Vegeta
Rob.
and Shook.
I knocked him out at Orlando.
Did you?
In the championships.
Oh no, we lost screen.
Yeah, but we beat his team to make it out.
Damn.
Mad. Yeah.
Was that Reach?
No, that's Halo 3. Orlando 9 at the championship.
Oh,
like
yeah,
like
yeah.
5 hours worth of practice team.
You just went in.
Yeah, we beat them. We beat them twice actually.
Where?
We beat them in split screen and it was like round 3 and winners 3 and losers 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're pretty decent at Halo 3.
Yeah, it was a business before pleasures like him and Wig Splitter and Zambler.
Yeah.
Zambler, whatever.
I teamed with Wig Splitter actually.
He's been around since Halo 2 as well.
At the middle to end of Reach, he was still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been good. Like, I mean, you don't lose that mental game of Halo, like how Halo should be played.
I think that's the thing. Like once you play competitive for a long place. Oh, where did Kronic place?
We're about to find out. Yeah. Bring up the stats, Kelly.
Oh.
After.
That really.
Actually, he didn't advance.
Wow, that's surprising.
Was that the last heat of first round?
I think so.
So means I'm playing now?
Yeah, I think you're playing against me.
Oh, you're playing too, huh?
Yeah, I think we all play against each other next.
I want to be on stream so bad right now.
Go play on the stream.
I think I will if I'm playing.
You're playing against me. I think you are. All right, everybody, please yet again tweet the stream. That was K-Mad taking second place. He played really consistently the entire game. Oh, he